Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot, but today I'm going to be an RC helicopter pilot because look what I have. This is brand new on the market. This is the C189 MD500 and it comes in that really cool camouflage color as well as this red and white version. So you have a choice when you get this. And they like to put in big yellow letters down here that it flies for 17 minutes on one battery. Now this is the heli here and you can see it is quite detailed in its camouflage color, along with, you know, it's got rockets on the sides and guns and all sorts of things, what makes it look really cool. It also has an LED light up front and an LED light on the tail, and it also has a brushless motor here and a brushless motor there, so that means it's top quality. Now I'm pretty sure I saw on the website that in one part it mentioned it had an optical flow, and if you look at the bottom right here, that is where optical flow would go, but mine doesn't have optical flow. It's got a big hole that goes all the way back to China, so I don't think you get this version with optical flow yet. You can order this with 1 or 2 batteries, maybe even 3, I'm not really sure. With 17 minutes of flight time per battery, 2 batteries would be sufficient. This is the size of the batteries. They slide in the front. I'll show you that in a second. It does come with this 4-channel remote, and the switches on it pretty much are, you have takeoff, you have landing. These are 1-button switches. You have 3 speeds up top, 1, 2, 3, and you have an emergency stop button over here, and there's no other buttons on it. So that tells me the only functions it has is basically you fly it around. It does have altitude hold, it does have 6-axis stabilization, so in other words, it is designed for beginners. So a beginner can fly this. Your grandma should be able to fly this. That's what I think. I haven't flown it yet, but I gotta go give it a shot. So let's power it on really quick. Just turn our little remote on. The joysticks, normally on an RC helicopter, the left joystick would sit to the bottom, but you notice this is in the center. It's sort of like a DJI drone, and DJI drones could be flown by any human on the planet because they're so easy to fly. This is designed to be the same, so it is very much designed for beginners. Now to put the battery in here, what you do is you squish the bottom of the fuselage, watch this, and flick, it opens up. There's a little hatch in there. You have to be careful because there are some wires hanging here. You don't want to pull those wires off because they're holding on your light. You have an on and off button down here, which is pretty cool. So you can leave your battery in and then just turn it off. So your battery slides in like this, just slide it in the front. There we go. And there's a little locking button here so your battery doesn't fall out in flight. Lock it in place. You do have an on switch. Oop, get my glove out of my face. You do have an on switch over here. I'll put that on. And there it comes to life. Now it's going to want to adjust itself and everything, and you see got a little light up front here. So what you do is you put on your canopy as fast as you possibly humanly can. Goes on really simple. Of course I got that on wrong. When you get it on correct, it all fits in nicely, and then you just put it on a flat surface. I'm just going to put on my Jeep bed down here, and when it's on a flat surface, move your joystick up down. Hear that? Those 2 sounds, that's what you want to hear. It means it's connected. If I wanted to fly, I could hit the takeoff button and it would come up and chop half my body in pieces. So I'm going to put a GoPro hat on and we'll go fly out in the parking lot. Here we go. Okay, GoPro hat's on, everything's ready to go. I will say that this remote has a 200-meter range to this helicopter. That's quite far. This would become quite small in 200 meters. I should have it on the screen what 200 meters is in feet. Let's go fly. So let's walk back here. I have 2 cameras on either side of me. I have Tractor Man over there. He's making a racket. Okay, our heli's down there. And to take off, I can use the 1-button takeoff. Let's hit that button and let's see what it does. You're going up and it's coming at me. Look at this. Ho ho! Let's go back. Okay, let me show you what you need to do when it does that. So that's called a helicopter flying with the wind and trying to take out the operator. We don't want that. So what I'm going to do is put it in speed number 3 so I can bring it back here. There we go. If you leave it in speed number 1, it just flops around in the wind. So anyways, let me just bring it over here. Bring it over my GoPro, put it down on the ground. I'll show you how to fix that. And plop it down. Okay, so here's how to fix it. It should shut off by itself. So according to the manual, it says if your heli should flop all over in the sky like that, then do a gyro calibration. Try to get it as flat as you can. I don't know how flat it is on the pavement here. I'll try that. And then pull your 2 joysticks down and to the left like this. That's a gyro calibration. It should all be level. Now, if my ground is not level and I did that, well, then it's gonna go even wonkier. So I'm gonna put on speed number 2. I found speed number 1 was too wimpy, more for indoors. So let's try this again. I'll just hit the takeoff and we'll see what happens. Let's see, you're gonna come towards me and chop me up again? Oh, now it goes the other direction. That's hilarious. So obviously it needs some calibration. I would say then for a beginner, make sure you're outdoors when you're flying this because you don't want this thing going wonky all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I'm gonna say it looks freaking cool in the air. Like, it looks stunning. Look at this thing. It's a really good looking chopper. It's a chopper. Get to the chopper. Here, let's put it up in the sun. Let's see, what's it look like up in the sun there? There's our rising sun. And does it look like, you know, one of those movies going through the sun? It looks pretty cool. Okay, I guess your next question is, how easy is it to fly? Well, for somebody like me who flies drones, and RC helicopters are pretty simple to fly, especially if they have stabilization like this one. I'm keeping it really close to me so that you can see it in my GoPro and my other little cameras around here. And that's a sign of a good helicopter. If you can keep it close to you, then that's really good. So what can it do? It can't do anything. It just flies. You can do the normal stuff, like I could spin it, like, oh, I'm out of control. I can do those things. I can fly it around me like this, into me. Whoa, go over there. I almost hit my Jeep. So that's speed number 1. That's full blast. It's as fast as it can go on speed number 1. Now, do you see why they call it speed number 1? Not very fast. So if you're a beginner and you're taking off for your first time, go in speed number 1. Okay, speed number 2 now. This is the one I like. There we go. This is more for my style, for whipping it around a parking lot. Get it to go nice and fast. When I put on speed number 3, I'll give you full speed. So that's speed number 2. Very simple to fly. And here we go. I'll just bring it around. And we're gonna go in speed number 3. Number 3. So number 3 is gonna tilt the nose the farthest. You'll get the fastest speed. And here we go. Full speed. Coming right at me. There we go. Ho ho! If you pull back on the right joystick, you can get it to tilt way up. That is pretty cool. So what I mean by that is, let's see, I'm gonna come right at me and I'm gonna pull back on the right joystick. Watch this, tilt up. What that does, for me, it puts the brakes on, but it also can let you do some pretty cool things if I kept it going forward. So if you have a nice open area, speed number 3 is great because you can do all this cornering. I have all these posts in my little area here, so I have to watch out for them, but speed number 3 is really good. Woohoo! Look at that, it just goes. I have to watch out for the Jeep every time I go that way. Also, I would say speed number 3, if you're not very good, it can get you into a lot of trouble. But I'm having a blast with it out here. It's more realistic. It doesn't seem like a beginner heli when you're in speed 3. It seems a lot more like a real thing. You can have a lot more fun. All right, let's put it back in speed number 2. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little Insta360 camera on it. 17 minutes of flight time is a long time you can get flying this thing for. All right, let's just plop it on the ground. There we go. And the motor should turn off automatically. There is a land button here. Actually, I should try the landing button. Let me just show you that. So I'm gonna hit takeoff again. And let me try the landing, see how it works. So we go up, and say I'm flying right here. I'll just put up higher. Flying there, and I'm gonna hit landing. There we go. There we go. There's no GPS in this, no optical flow for stabilization, but there is altitude hold. So as a pilot, you don't have to worry about keeping the height at a certain height. It stays at that height as you fly. All right, let's put a little camera on this. I'm gonna keep the same battery in since I get 17 minutes of flight, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the camera, I have to decide where to put it. I could stick it on the bottom like I always do, but I wanna stick it on the top. I don't know how well it's gonna fly if I stick it here. See these arms that come out with the missiles on them? I'm gonna stick it like this. So there it is. Hopefully this can lift it. Let's try it. Okay, I'll leave it in speed number 2. I'll just hit the takeoff and see what happens. It's probably gonna wonk to one side. Yeah. A little bit of weight on that side, but it flies. There we go. So that's what it looks like with the camera on the side. And I can still fly it, just as I can fly it without a camera. It flies just as well. But now it has me in the image. There we go. That's pretty cool. So it's probably a little jittery or shaky because honestly, putting that weight on a little plastic lightweight camera or heli like this is really going to affect the CG on it. Go back this way, but I can still steer it, avoid all the objects in the parking lot, no problem. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's pretty cool, Steve. Can you put it in speed number 3 and whip it around? I sure can, as long as I don't crash into anything. Hang on a sec here. Gotta find 3. There's 3. Okay, let's go forward, full blast. Speed number 3, you can see kids out in the field. Get out of the sun. Oh, it really wants to tilt the nose down. There we go, that's speed number 3. Okay, let's put it down into speed number 2. Oh, I'm in speed number 1, I don't want that. And we'll bring it down. Going back this way. With the altitude hold, as soon as you put it up in the air, it just stays up there. As I bring it down, there's another spot I want to stick the camera on, but I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see, bring it over here. There we go. So where I'd like to put the camera is right on this little tail section here. I doubt if that's going to work because that's kind of flimsy, but you know what? We're going to try it. Let me just put some double-sided tape, just sit it there. Look, I think if the camera's here, look at it, it's not going to look good. It's so jiggly and wiggly. If you don't try things in life, you never know. So there we go. I have the camera there. So I'll just show you what the flight footage looks like with it back there. It's going to look terrible because of the shaking, but let's give it a shot. Now, every time we've flown this, I've hit the takeoff button, but you can also take it off doing it the old standard way. You pull the joysticks down and out. They'll spin, but it will not take off. It's up to me to lift the left joystick. So now I decide when I want it to go up, and I have it in speed number 2, and here we go. And I got a funny feeling this is gonna be bad. I gotta go stand over here because I gotta capture this as it goes up. Oh, look at the tail go back. Oh, look at that, look at the shakies. Oh, it probably looks like it's jello underwater, all the shaking going on, but oh, it's shaking big time. All right. It's going to explode that tail, so I got to bring it back to me here. Coming down. Let me see. Maybe if you go faster forward, you get less shakies. Because the shaking only happens when the tail has to compensate. So let me go way over here. I'm going full blast forward, but with that tail back there, it won't tilt the nose. I have to put it in speed number 3. Let's go speed 3. There we go. Now I should be able to control it. It's way up there looking in the sun. Yeah, with all that weight in the back, it will not tilt the nose down forward enough to give you forward flight. So let me bring it back here. Let me bring it lower to the ground. Go over me. Miss the trees. And bring it way down here. Come way down. Whoa. Okay, let's bring it back. Take that camera off the tail. Let's just hover along the ground, nice and slow. And come in for a landing over here. Got to put it back in speed number 2 to land it. And hop out, do a little dance. I'm just getting it to go around me really slow. And okay, I'll land it here. Enough slowness. All right, right in front of my feet. And down we go. Boink, boink, and boink. I don't know if she'll shut off because it's not sitting flat. There, I'm going to have to sit it flat. It still thinks it's okay. Finally it turned off. Okay, you have to admit that was pretty cool and a lot of fun. And the cool thing is all those flights without the camera and then with the camera have been on the same battery, so you do get a long flight time. Now, next thing I want to show you is what you get in the box if you buy this heli. Check it out. This is the box your heli comes in. Inside the box you'll find your heli, your radio, batteries, and accessories. Please note the heli is shipped without the landing gear attached. You will have to attach it. In addition, the rockets and guns need to be assembled and installed. You will have to do that. When everything is assembled, your heli will look like this. Batteries are 2-cell batteries at 1200 milliamp hours. To charge them up, you will need to plug in a USB-C cable, and a USB-C cable is provided, as well as tools so that you can assemble all the parts. A spare set of blades are included, as well as a spare tail prop. What is amazing is that the heli with the battery is still under 250 grams. So what are my final thoughts on this heli? What are my final thoughts? Well, I will tell you honestly, when I first received this heli, I was a little disappointed because I thought it doesn't have optical flow and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do flips and rolls and all that other cool stuff that a lot of these beginner modern helis have so that you can have some fun with them. But you know what? Flying this around in speed 2 or speed 3 as someone who knows how to fly things, it's a lot of fun. So I think if you're a beginner and you get this and you're very careful and you go out in a big field, because if it gets away from you, well, you just have to land it, hit that stop button on here and let it crash into the grass and it'll be okay. But as you practice and get better to have it come around you, I think you're gonna have a blast. And then as you get really good, you put it in speed 3. And speed 3 does say it's designed for the wind, and I believe it, because in speed number 1, it tilts about this much. So it really can't push through the wind too much. It's more for indoors, I think. Speed number 2 is perfect. It's just the right amount of tilt. And of course, speed number 3 is like boink, and you're going really fast. And you saw when I pulled back on the joystick, I could get it to go boink like this and stop itself right in the air, just like a drone. And it has pretty lights in the front and a pretty light back here. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links to this product below. Go check it out. You get this heli, you get this remote, and you get a pile of other stuff that you saw in the unboxing. So I think it's a pretty good deal for the price. So if you have questions on this heli, just post them below this video and I will get back to you with the answer. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will catch you in future videos with many more cool products like this to be reviewed. Till then, I say bye.